when you are playing Uno with, and I'm going to, like, specifically with black people, you do have to know that you will have to sit down and have a discussion about the rules for at least, like, 15 minutes. And there will be an argument. There simply will. Uno gets very intense. Like, I expect to get into an argument with one of my friends, and it might get crazy over some Uno. Y'all were trying to stack 2 yellows, and they weren't even the same number.
Because they're both yellow.
No. That's crazy, because we all be putting down cards left and right. That don't make no fucking sense. Just because there's blue, it's blue. I'm not going to put down all my cards because it's blue. It has to
Why
match.
they have the colors if that's not a part of the game?
Because when you're putting down, like, if you have, let's say you have a blue 5 and I have a blue 9, I can match it with the color because that's what it's like. It's just the rules. And that's the rules. But
so
if
we're specifically talking about stacking. Like, can you color stack?
No.
You can only number stack.
You can number stack.
That's not true.
You cannot color. That's just the rules. I'm being so serious. And that's why,
not where I'm from.
Not where you're from. Well, we not where you're from. We're in New York City. And we are not stacking colors. That's crazy. That's crazy. It's chaos. Lawlessness.
Live a little. I don't know.
Absolutely not.
What are you afraid of?
What are we... nonsense and tomfoolery. The game... I don't even think the game would get too fast. I think the game would just get confusing. And I feel like it would just piss everybody off. And maybe that's what we need to do.
Well, the point of Uno is to argue about Uno.
That's true. That is true.
So it's like whatever you decide, like if the downside is that people are pissed, then I don't hear any downsides.
I did fuck with it. It was very fun. Did I win at all? I think I lost. Did I win? I'll just pretend in my head that I did and I'll feel good about it. I won Uno at the beach and nobody can prove me wrong. Good morning.
You got the lighter?
Oh, yeah.
You got the blee?
I do have the blee because you want to know why?
What's up?
This is the Morning Bleezy.
So true, Nia.
It is.
What's the Morning Bleezy?
The Morning Bleezy is the podcast that you listen to on your way to your whack-ass job. And we're here for you. It's us. Your hosts, Nia.
And Jake.
Welcome.
Happy Monday. Sorry it's Monday.
Sorry about that.
Thanks for sharing your commute with us.
Yes. And starting a new week. Fresh week for you. We can all begin again. And do you want to know why, Jake?
What's that?
That's because we are in autumn. Fall, if you will. Which happens to be one of my favorite times of the year. It's my second favorite right after spring because, you know, in spring, it springs itself. But fall,
right?
Amazing. The trees, dying, but beautifully. The weather, not too bad. You could wear a long sleeve under a short sleeve. It'd be cute. You could layer. You bitches is not ready for when I start dressing. You bitches is not ready.
Hold up. Are we talking about the... weather?
I believe so.
I fucking love the fall.
Absolutely.
I feel like I have my best fits in the fall and winter months.
Yes.
I need the long limbs to work with what I have in my drawer. And I'm excited. I wore jeans every day last week. It's really finally here.
It's fucking jeans weather. Bitch, not only is it... First of all, hold on. Can't forget that. Oh. Not only is it jeans weather, it's fucking sweater weather, bitch. Your hands in holes on my sweater. It's too cold. That's what fucking time it is. Bitch, you better put on the neighborhood. You put on your most comfy, cozy sweater, and you go sit by like I don't know, the nearest the closest body of water near you, and you just look wistfully into the distance.
True.
This is the weather for that. This is bonfire weather. This is real. The baggier
the sweater, the better too.
Truly, if your sweater is not covering your hands, what are you doing? If you are not acting like Ariana Grande in like 2017, you need to get the fuck out the party. And I'm not even gonna say anything after that because that's just serious, and I'm being so serious. I take that sweater shit seriously.
I'll just add that the fall is also back to school. And you can fulfill your the hole left behind by not maybe being in school anymore. Shout out to our adult real world listeners. And the need to get a sweater for sweater weather by going to themorningbleezy.com and getting one of our university sweaters.
Personally, I think that is the best thing that you can get for like the fall weather. My favorite to wear is the gray one, especially during this time because it's very, very comfy. It's a different material. I like that one. So, match the vibes. It's been definitely very cloudy in New York recently, and I think that's definitely been affecting everybody. But use that to get all real and snuggy. If you're a person that, that does not drive, which we'll get to. I don't even want to do nothing for that, because we do got that. Yeah. If you're not a person that drives and you're on public transportation and that, that thunder is thundering and those clouds are clouding and it's real silver and gray outside, you take advantage of that and you look out the window wistfully. Take advantage of the weather around us.
Beautifully said. And now, speaking of you getting that license, or the lack thereof, let's get to the
traffic. I like traffic. Bad news for all of us. A sad day for Nia, therefore a sad day for the world. A couple days ago, it was the autumn equinox. I did not do a thing that I was supposed to do prior to that, which was get my license. It's a sad day for all of us.
So, why can't you get it in the fall?
I can get it in the fall, but I did make a commitment
to
the people to get it in during the summer. So I feel like naturally we have to have like a mourning season for the fact that I did not do it in the summer.
You said morning? Sorry. Okay. Stop. No, what do you still have to do? Like, what's left to be done to get it?
To get I just have to go and take the test. Like, I have a permit. I've had a permit for like fucking 6 years now.
Yeah.
And like, I can drive. I'm good at driving. I just have to go and take the test. The thing about it is that I still have to like practice.
Yeah.
And the only way that I can practice is with my grandma's car. And no one chill with fucking practice with me. Like, my parents be in the car and they're like, I don't know what I did. I think I was like trying to pull into like some type of, I was fucking driving and they were like, you didn't turn around, you could have fucking killed us. So they made me like stop. They were like, pull over right now. I was like, nah bro, I can't be doing this shit with y'all. I gotta get my cousin or something. My cousin think I'm gonna fucking crash the car. So I'm like, just stop being scared, bro. I could drive. I just, I'm very lackadaisical about it. Because much like, a lot of our listeners, I'm a window gazer. I like to look out the window very wistfully. Part of the reason why, I feel like that's the main reason why I haven't gotten my license, is I don't wanna drive. Real passenger princess energy. It can get very, you have to acknowledge that if you have that vibe about you, it will get annoying to other people to that drive. But there's a sacrifice. Come with something, bitch. Give them gas money. A bit of gas or grass, no ass, because that's prostitution. Sexual favors for a ride is kind of crazy, NGL. But yeah, what's happening? What's next? Sports.
Exactly. That's right. It's fucking sports.
Sports time.
You got the lighter?
Guys, it's wintertime. Those godforsaken Olympics are over. I'm kind of done hearing about them. When you're outside of the Olympic, time, you kind of realize how kind of crazy people get online about these fucking athletes. And it's fair, I feel like naturally people are like, our fucking athletes from our country are the fucking best. And, you just want to naturally cheer for the people around you.
That is kind of the whole thing with the Olympics.
Me explaining sports. People just like watching athletes do stuff. But now that that's over, what's going on now? The winter sports, the fall sports? What even happens? Skiing?
WNBA is in the playoffs right now. But NBA as well as NHL are both about to start up next month.
Okay.
So hockey and basketball, men's about to be back. Baseball is about to enter the playoffs. They're about to wrap up the regular season and get to the playoffs. And football is 3 weeks in. And bitch, I saw the Jets beat the Patriots on a nationally televised game in MetLife, and it wasn't even close. They shitted on them. Not only do the Jets barely beat the Patriots, so it felt good for that reason, right? They also barely ever just kick the piss out of someone, and for them to and whenever it's like a primetime game where there's no other games, it's like a Monday night or a Thursday night or something, like you are watching the Jets. And everyone is watching the Jets. They always fucking fold. So for it to be all three, it was the Patriots, and it was in prime time, and then they shitted on them, and it wasn't even close. I just felt so good about the choice to spend money to go to it, because it was high risk, high reward.
And that's why we do what we do. And I feel like, that's the real meaning of sports. Really going out there and just fucking hoping and praying. That's what it's like being a Jets fan. Shout out to y'all. Y'all are really God's strongest soldiers.
It's been said.
Being a Jets fan is truly crazy, because y'all will be out there screaming at the television in public, knowing that these niggas are not gonna win. And when you are loyal, and when you pray and you think real hard and you ask and you just be like, please, universe, let them win, shit happens. Shout out to the Jets and all the people that fuck with them.
It's hard to root for them. Well, it's hard to root for them because they're the Jets, and all the ways that rooting for them punishes you spiritually. But it's also challenging to be completely excited that Aaron Rodgers is the quarterback, because he's an insane piece of shit.
Really?
As a human being. But he throws the football so fucking good. It's crazy.
On the soft boom.
He's anti-vax. He's going on Joe Rogan and just talking about politics. Everyone in his family don't fuck with him. Yep. He's fallen out with everyone in his life that could have loved him. And
but now he's I gotta speak on this shit. And everyone's just please just throw the ball, bro. Okay, just want to make sure that you're still here and you're with us, listener.
Snap out of it.
Truly, don't miss your stop. Do not fall asleep.
I know we were talking about that shit for a minute there, but snap back in.
You do have to pay attention.
Us.
Yes.
Focus on us.
Fall and winter, I feel is the easiest time to fall asleep on the train and then miss your stop. You're getting back into the groove of things. You're getting real relaxed on the train. It's kind of warm.
In the summer, you just want to get off the train.
Absolutely.
But in the winter, it's it's kind of nice in here, though.
And you're I'm not about to get off at my stop. You might fuck around and go home. Bro, the amount of times I've been on the train, I'm nah. And go back to my house and be I don't know, I'm sick, bro. It's just too comfy. It's too comfy outside. But yeah, so, wake up, pay attention. Because now we're going to talk about the news.
Wow.
All right. Thank you.
Here it is.
All right, Jake, would you like the good or the bad news first?
Let's start with the bad news.
Okay.
What you got?
All right, so bad news today would be that yesterday, September 24th, 2024, Marcellus Khalifa Williams was executed at 6 p.m. despite prosecutors and the victim's family and thousands of people across the world and in America everywhere petitioned to keep him off of the death penalty and not to execute him, or to at least try to extend so that they could continue researching on this DNA, the questions about the DNA that were raised, the handling of his case. Apparently his attorney and his defense were concerned about the handling of his case and the fact that DNA evidence came up as it raised enough questions that people feel as though he definitely should not have been executed. And despite that, he still was. And, today I feel moment of silence for him, just mourning Marcellus. Yeah. So that's something that just kind of sucks when you're just watching justice be ignored and seeing the people being ignored and just mishandling and misuse of cases and power, and it just sucks. And knowing that, I believe the mayor's office, they unplugged their phones because so many people were calling that day.
Yeah. The governor of Missouri, the one dude, could have
at least stayed it,
postponed it, yeah. Or granted him release.
The victim's family did not want him to get the death penalty. They were more satisfied with him getting life in prison.
If he did it.
Right. If he did it. And it's just very sad. It's very something that we have to be aware of, and knowing that, the state might get you, and there might be evidence not exonerating you, but at least giving you a chance at your freedom, a fair fight at your freedom, and you just might not get that. So R.I.P. Marcellus, and just something that important that we need to talk about. Sad news, but important.
There were so many levels that it could have stopped at, and they had to keep appealing it to a higher and higher place, because at each of those levels, whoever the individual was, or the committee or jury, whatever level you're at, all just kept green lighting this execution. The governor of Missouri, and then I think maybe in the middle there, the Supreme Court of Missouri, and then ultimately on September 24th, hours before they executed him, the Supreme Court of the United States ruled that they also would not step in, which they could have done.
Yes.
It could have gone as far as that, but then they
decided not to.
They just bought more time but back down. And publicly with what's it called? A decision, right? A Supreme Court decision, the released document of it. They were nah.
No. We're just going to go along with this.
It's a 6-3 majority, I believe, conservative over liberal in the Supreme Court right now. I think there's just 3 of the liberals. Obviously they had enough to overturn Roe. So that whole squad of motherfuckers that they planted in there under Trump, and the old existing motherfuckers on the conservative side, their whole fucking thing is that they're pro-life. Because that's why they had to strike down Roe v. Wade, right? They're pro-life, but they want to get their dicks hard over the death penalty.
And they do. It's like...
Doesn't add up.
It doesn't. It's a very... And not... It's not stupid. It's very, like, ancient, like, super archaic way of thinking, like, very harsh punishments. Like, very black and white thinking, being like, well, you had sex, you had this baby, you are pregnant, you will have it. And, you like, and if you don't, or you hinder it, or if you have a miscarriage in some of these fucking states, you will be fined or jailed
or charged with murder.
Charged like
for a miscarriage because
felony.
You couldn't abort it.
But then also be like, yeah, we gotta kill him, and I don't give a fuck what you say. I'm not stepping in. I'm not going to help. Claiming that you're here for life and claiming that this is. What is the death penalty supposedly like resting on? Like satisfaction or comfort to the victim? There's in any case. Like who is it for? It's for first. I feel like it's largely for like money reasons. It's like less people. It's less money to take care of a person. Was it like $3 million?
Right,
to
but
take
like
care of the average
in modern
person?
Society, like how are they selling it to the public, even if that's true?
They'll pose. I guess they would just post something as like, this person like deserves to die, like something so heinous.
Yeah. AOC tweeted, "We must abolish the death penalty," only after he was dead. She made no mention or an effort to use her platform or her power to like, not that I guess she could directly like wave her hand and
she couldn't
exonerate him, but you have a platform, you're fucking AOC, but so you'll use
what
it
did you just learn about this
for political points as soon as he's dead, like as soon as he's behind, when there's no
actual fucking stakes for you, when a man's life is no longer on the line. Now you can
get retweets off of "we got to abolish the death penalty," but
nothing beforehand.
Nothing before. Same with Kamala. It's
just the same shit over and over.
Because she's a prosecutor. They're all, she probably wants him dead. Like, they were getting millions. I think you said like thousands at the jump of this segment, but like, I think at one point they were trying to hand piles of papers that were in the millions of signatures that they had collected, various innocence projects or like anti-death penalty projects. They were bringing them in like by the armload just of papers of people's signatures. And they like logged it and like did whatever they had to do procedurally to move the fuck on and ignore it and see that he was executed at 6 p.m. on Tuesday.
And it's such an awful thing to like, you're on your way home. Because I was on the bus when it happened. It was like 30 minutes after I had gotten off of work, and I was like, damn.
And that's the thing. It's so dystopian because I kept checking Twitter to see if maybe they spared him.
Yeah, that is so fucked up. Like having that having that like that hope of like that last call that comes in.
Yeah.
Right before like it happens, bro. Life is not that one episode of the Boondocks where they saved Shabazz P. Milton. Fuck the Missouri justice system for real. Fuck
but
it
was the Supreme Court of the United States that could have made that last second call and then very dramatically decided to announce psych. So fuck the whole country. Fuck the whole justice system.
Fuck the whole justice system.
It never was one to begin with.
Nope.
That was the bad news.
That's the bad news.
But we're not going to let y'all end the commute on that. We're going to spin it right quick to the good news. This is a tough spin to do. Maybe
maybe there has to be something. There has to be a break. A short break, though.
Or we just literally include that. And it's like, well, for next time, we'll do the good news. But then you end it on a bad thing.
Yeah. So let's go to what's the good news. Okay. It's not a lighter note. This is
What do you guys think of our animal sounds? I had a squealing pig, but it was vetoed out, and that's okay.
Yeah, it was freaky. I didn't want him to like. You guys didn't need to hear that shit at 7:30 a.m. on your way to work.
And that's okay. I understand, and I'm not gonna fight for it. It's cool.
Thank you.
You just said the word freaky, and you know what? Speaking of that, our good news. It's the good news. What's up?
Good news
what happened?
Segment. Guess who's in jail? Freakadeek Diddy. Did he?
Did he do it? The name of the Netflix documentary? Perhaps?
He sure fucking did. And send that nigga to jail.
He's there.
Yes, he is there. He was arrested on September 16th, 2024, in New York City, I believe.
They said he's not eaten because he doesn't want to get poisoned.
Good.
He's withering away.
He don't need to eat nothing. He needs to sit and eat his fucking thoughts. Eat that. Fucking crazy. Absolutely not. And you know what? And I'm gonna say it to y'all. I don't think that the baby oil jokes are funny.
They're not.
A lot of you are like, you guys are not funny. Put the baby oil down. Nothing is funny about sexual assault and sex trafficking. And a man was put away, thank God. Let's all just do that. Let's all just be like, you know what? Sometimes it works out. Sometimes. It took a very long time, and a lot of these people were not speaking up when they could have and doing something when they could have. But here we are now, and there's, I guess, hopefully they keep him off the streets forever. Forever! Put that nigga under the jail. And then blow it up. And nobody, like, back in the day, what the fuck was going on back in the day where nobody gave a fuck? Nobody said anything. Like, there's a bunch of clips of people being like, yeah, you know, you be at the Diddy party and you just walk around and, you know, there's a lot of shit going on. Niggas, you know, it's weird. It gets weird in there.
Like clips from like late night show interviews, 2002,
and like stand up and
2003.
Stuff like that. And you're just like, okay. And I guess back in the day, people just like waved it off as, you know, Hollywood nonsense. They get rowdy. And it's like, no, it was sex trafficking and violence and just not, oh God. So that nigga's in jail. Yay. I wonder what this trial is going. Is he going to trial?
I think
he's gonna have to.
Yeah. There was a courtroom like? Portrait of him in court the other day already.
Is this? He does look very scraggly. It looks like a Picasso painting. Whoever drew this shit.
Courtroom portraits are the shit.
Absolutely.
It's crazy that like.
Who drew this?
They just don't want cameras in there, but they'll let like the artist's eye capture it for you, and like they can release that to the public.
Yeah.
It's just like, this was the vibe.
Amazing.
It's a beautiful thing. Humans are hilarious. So right now it's 10:57 p.m. on Wednesday, September 25th. That's when we recorded this episode. We just stopped recording. I just looked at my phone while Nia was taking a break outside after our session. And I found a way better good news.
What's the good news?
As of an hour ago, Nia, Eric Adams has been indicted on federal charges for something.
And the Lord comes through every single time. Absolutely. Can I get let me just get a solid clap. I have never in my life, bro, never personally disliked a person, like an actual member of our like fucking government. But when I don't like him, I don't like his face. And you know, I think all of us truly as New Yorkers just getting together and just being like, you know what, this guy fucking sucks. It really made a difference. And I'm happy that we could all stand on that. Fuck Eric Adams for real. A joyous day for us. A joyous day for us.
Twitter lit. You gotta get on Twitter after this shit.
Oh, I'm so excited. This is about to be my pinned. Like, I will be on Twitter all night. Fuck it, I might re-download Instagram. Who knows? We'll never forget. This, I feel like, now that we're here, I feel like we should really go over the times where Eric Adams was really at his worst. We'll never forget when that man was like, okay, we shutting down the library so parents, and, you know, we also not teachers are not going to be doing too much. So we're going to really be asking for a lot more volunteering from parents. Also, you know, you are going to have to pay more to get to work if you work in the city. And if you're going to come to New York, make sure you spend some money. Bro, the fact that that man got up there on that stage during the US Open last year and was like, hopefully you spend some money, and everybody fucking booed him. How awful do you have to fucking be? It's mostly foreigners there. So everybody know that you suck, bro. Awful. So, you know, good news, real good news. That's real good news.
Like
Good.
The aura of his celebrity to the rest of the world is that he's the mayor of New York. And he fucking sucks.
Absolutely.
that's lines 1 and 2 on the card. Like,
truly, smoking on that Eric pack, on the Adams pack.
Yeah, bro, because he was shutting down all the weed spots in the neighborhoods. Like,
you're the reason why I can't go back to Ricky Morty. Fuck you, bro. Well,
fucking, he's a cop. This is Eric Adams. That's what he sounds like. In his time as the mayor, I think he's funneled the police budget from the rest of the city budget, like upwards of extra billions of dollars, like tens of billions of dollars into policing.
How dare you?
He's a Democrat, by the way.
How dare you live in Jersey and then come to New York and play with our money? To jail! Get him now!
And shit, bro. Like, I don't think we covered this since our last pod, but like 2 weeks ago, was it now?
What?
They killed the guy over 290 in the subway.
And bro, this is how fucked up that is that I know that happened and I forgot that happened.
Because it's a different fucking thing every week.
Every single fucking day. Eric Adams, fucking New York. Killing for $2.90 over a fucking metro trip. Bro,
Dude jumped the turnstile. They came after him for their $2.90 to write a $100 ticket, which they've done the math, and they spend how many millions in the police overtime to like police the stations, but they're not actually looking out for violent crime on the platforms. They're upstairs looking at the turnstile, trying to get you on a $100 ticket for jumping to avoid $2.90 for shit that operates in the red. Like, the fares that are paid do not pay for the entirety of the subway system. So that shit should be free. But
you already got the money. Like,
they go after him for that. And, you know, if you listen to the NYPD or certain people online, you know, guy had a knife. There was some shouting, some yelling. But like, does the state have the power to just shoot you
also
on a bad day? Yeah. But right? Like,
yeah, that's exactly what they do. That's exactly what they fucking do. And that's
because the cops that fucking were involved in that shit were just back on the shift the next day. Because who's holding the accountability of any of that? It's the fucking cops. They're not like, bro.
Investigating yourself.
Eric Adams, have fun in there, buddy. Eric Adams got up on the podium in the wake of that and was talking about like this dangerous situation because like one of our officers was shot in the. Bro, who was he shot by?
Another
different
fucking
police officer. How can you possibly spin that shit with a straight face? That's how easy they feel it is these days. Whatever. It's not about that. Eric Adams.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
That was the good news.
That was the good news. That and the fact that you like, I came back in, you were like, it's a surprise. It's a surprise. I'm like, what the fuck am I about to hear? I'm like, what could have possibly happened? Eric Adams going to jail. Oh! My day is turned around. I was tired. I drank a Celsius and all it did was make my heart race, and I was sleepy throughout the entire day, but this perked me up. I got my second wind. It is 11:08 p.m. And I feel like I could run a mile.
Shit. Listen to the Morning Bleezy wherever you get your pods. I guess you know that because you're listening, so that was a waste of breath. But
right
share the shit on social media. At
Get
the
our
Morning
merch.
Bleezy, themorningbleezy.com got you with the merch, and sometimes the videos when we feel like it. And that's on Arcola TV. So is Do It for the Grand. You should watch Do It for the Grand.
You should watch Do It for the Grand. If you're not watching Do It for the Grand, I don't know what you're doing. You're absolutely missing out. First of all, you get to see more of me, and then you also get to see everything, all the nonsense and tomfoolery, the bullshit that I endured. Half of the shit that I see on there, I have forgotten. Like, it has been wiped from my memory. Like,
oh no, because it hasn't even gotten weird yet. Like, this is still like the bottom level morning shit. Like,
finding the bag was something that I completely forgot about. I gotta put this away.
Damn, so my show made you like dissociate as a defense mechanism?
Absolutely.
For yourself?
Because if I think about what I did, like right now, regarding then I kind of want to claw my skin off. But I really did it. I did it for whatever, what, $50? Fucking $50.
That's what's crazy is like I'm so in the weeds like editing this shit like in every inch of it, but then sometimes I zoom out in my brain and I'm like, she almost drank glass for the chance at $10.
Glass, literally, and was like, do you think there's glass in this? To this man that's squinting at her, y'all both squinting, you both wear glasses, talking about you think there's glass in this.
And what's crazy is, dude, like I wasn't even clocking it as like the responsible person for the whole production. Like,
person that had everybody sign contracts was like, sure, bitch, eat the glass. Eat the glass if you want. You fucking signed it. I told you.
Oh.
That's crazy too, because you did tell her, like, if she ate the glass, you dead wouldn't have been liable. That's crazy. Do Carmen listen to the pod?
She do, actually. Eric Adams, go to hell.
Fuck you, bro.
Have fun, bro.
And happy Monday.
Happy fucking Monday, y'all.
Happy Monday.
Maybe by Monday we'll know what he did.
Yeah. Like, what did he do? Probably something racket, like some form of money laundering, theft of funds of some sort. I believe it.
They think he was like maybe taking money from like foreign something and like just being corrupt and
probably,
like, you know, they could get you on one thing, but you deserve it for 10 more, bro. He
come off sleazy, like, and you could just tell. So I'm surprised he made it this long anyway. All right, you're having a better day than Eric Adams, so have a good one.